morning, everyone. You're watching Barnstable This Morning. I'm Sarah Colvin, and joining me live on the phone, I welcome our Director of Senior Services, Madeline Noonan. Maddie, good morning.
Hi, Sarah. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Wonderful. It's a busy week with the holidays coming.
It is indeed a busy week. Wanted to start off, Maddie, by talking a little bit about Town Council this Thursday. A grant is up for acceptance. Tell me a little bit about that grant.
Yeah, this is an annual grant that we receive from the state of Massachusetts through the Executive Office of Elder Affairs, and it's called the Formula Grant. Essentially, the state gives every municipality in Massachusetts a funding to help support services for seniors in the respective communities. And the formula is actually based on the census of 60 plus citizens in each town. And they allocate a formula every year. They work out a dollar amount that they're going to give per senior. We have, based on 2010 census data, we have 12,845 residents over the age of 60. Now, we know it's probably a little different because that was, almost 5 years ago, but that's what the state bases their funding on. And this year, as with last year, it's actually being level funded this year. They're funding $8 per senior. So what that means for us at Barnstable is that we're getting a significant, chunk of change from the state to the tune of $102,760. So it's 12,845 times 8.
Times 8.
And, that's a significant source of funding for us. I mean, we've been very fortunate to receive this funding year after year, and it really helps to offset a lot of personnel expenses at the Senior Centre. So we use those funds to fully staff our activity coordinator position, which is a full-time position, and that position is critical to our operations here. That position schedules all of the activities and events. As you know, when you look at our calendar and our newsletter, you see that, we've so much going on, and that's all thanks to our outreach coordinator, Susan Griffin. So all of her, salary is funded through that. Our marketing coordinator, Chanel Rose, who markets all of our programs and services and helps coordinate all of our special events at the Senior Centre. She works 17 and a half hours a week, and her position is also fully funded through the Formula Grant. And then it helps partially pay for a couple of our other, critical positions, including both of our outreach positions. And we use the additional funding to help with other expenses that come up throughout the year, particularly as regards postage for our newsletter, our compass that we send out. I mean, we're sending out about 4,000 issues of that every month, every quarter, I should say, and it's a significant expense for us to do that. It costs us about $1,600 for every mailing that we do.
Wow.
So we use those funds to help with that, and also things that come up like with our vehicles, repairs and maintenance expenses that we're able to use these funds. So the great thing about the Formula Grant is it's very flexible in terms of what we can use the funding for.
Absolutely, and really a wonderful thing to be able to receive that influx of cash. And another great way in which the Senior Centre is funded, of course, are the Friends. And I understand that they recently had a rather successful fundraiser.
Yeah, they had a great event. October 24th, they hosted their second annual masquerade ball, and we held it at Alberto's. And the Friends, as we've talked about many times before, they're the Friends of the Barnstable Council on Aging. They are the 501c3 organization that helps support the Senior Centre through fundraising efforts, and they do that throughout the year in various ways. They, you charge $10 a year to be a member, a dues-paying member, which we feel is very reasonable for people that use the Senior Centre, or maybe not use the Senior Centre, but want to help support the programs and services that we offer that are so important to the older residents in our community. They also have, through the Crafters Group that we talk about frequently, they have many craft sales. And they also raise money through their annual event. And this Masquerade Ball really is their signature event that they host. And they raised just over $10,000 was what they grossed. And I think the net proceeds will be about just over $8,000 to the Senior Centre, which is really significant for us. And they raised the money to help with our outreach program, and specifically to help support the hours for one of our outreach coordinators, whose position is funded for 30 hours by the town, but the additional 7.5 hours a week that they work, we need to find additional funding sources, and the Friends have helped, as we mentioned, just with the Formula Grant. The Formula Grant helps in a way, but the Friends actually help finish and finalize us being able to fund that position at 37 and a half hours a week. So we're extremely grateful to the Friends. They have been very responsive to our needs, and they really get the importance of outreach and what we do through that program and the number of seniors that we serve, and really helping ensure that their quality of life is maintained. And it's a program that we talk a lot about, and all the good things they do.
And they really do, as you say, a fantastic job. Maddie, want to talk about the holidays. Of course, Thanksgiving is upon us, and I know the Senior Center always does some really wonderful things to help celebrate the holiday, as well as to help out those seniors who may be in need.
Absolutely, and this goes back to the outreach program and why we talk about how important it is. One of the programs that really is near and dear to our hearts at the Senior Center is our Turkey Trot. We have done this every year, I think, for now like 10 years or so. And what we do is the day before Thanksgiving, which is coming up very soon, we'll be preparing a home-cooked Thanksgiving meal at the Senior Center, with staff and volunteers assembling here and working together to create an absolutely delicious meal. We have a lot of community support for this event too. We receive donations of food and funding through many community groups. And what we do is we essentially put together a meal, a full Thanksgiving meal with all the trimmings, including dessert and enough of a meal to make to have leftovers the next day, and also make a nice turkey sandwich. And we have local Girl Scouts that actually decorate the placemats that we send out. I mean, it really is a very touching thing that we're able to do through this program. And we'll have the volunteers will all gather here to deliver the meal. So we have probably about 40 volunteers that are going to come in here and take meals with them and bring them out to homebound seniors throughout the town. Just about 125 seniors that we will be supporting through this program, and really helping make sure that they're remembered during the holiday season. It's so easy to forget that so many people have to spend the holidays alone. They don't have family, or they can't get out and about to spend time with their family members and loved ones. And we're bringing a little bit of holiday spirit and cheer to them.
Absolutely. And Maddie, has the deadline come and gone where people can sign up if they would like to be a recipient of that? Okay.
We have reached the capacity. I'll say, Sarah, we get so many calls every year as well for people that want to volunteer. They find out about this program. And Claudia Borden, who is our outreach coordinator who developed the program, so all credit goes to her, and also Judy Red, our other outreach and transportation coordinator, who does a lot of the work in the kitchen as far as the preparation of the meal. They get inundated with requests for people that want to volunteer, because year after year we have a lot of the same people that come back, because it has become a part of their holiday tradition that's very meaningful to them. So we're all set this year. We're really looking forward to. It's going to be a very feel-good opportunity for us all. We feel so much gratitude for the jobs, the positions that we have here, and the work that we get to do. But there's something extra special about this, and really it's evidenced by the calls and the cards that we get after the after Thanksgiving. People will send us cards to just let us know how touched they were and how special it made them feel that they received such a delicious meal and a visit from a volunteer to wish them a nice holiday.
Wonderful. Well, Maddie, I thank you so much as always for joining us for the update, and we wish you a happy Thanksgiving. We'll talk with you soon.
You too. Thanks, Sarah. Bye-bye now.
Madeline Noonan is the Director of Senior Services here in the town of Barnstable. For Barnstable This Morning, I'm Sarah Colvin.